what is Firestore database, how we store data, and is free to use. Let's get started. Firestore is NoSQL database, a document-based model with flexible schema, meaning you can change the structure as you building the application. The advantages of using Firestore is data synchronization. Your web or mobile app will get real-time updates as data changes, such as live chat apps. Another advantage is you can easily protect data directly from the client-side app without server code, which is pretty cool. Now, how we store data? There are two parts, collection and document. You create a collection first, a data bucket, then add document. Each document consists of key value pairs, similar to JSON object. Let's see that in action. Firebase dashboard, go into the project, click create database. Choose the start in test mode option so that I can have full access of the Firestore data without any restriction. But never leave it like this. When you share your web app to the world, click next, choose the location, choose enable in the data tab. The left column is where you see the collections. Let's create one. Give it a name. The collection name is a way of organizing our data. Click next. You will need at least one document in it. The first input field is document ID. It's a required field. Click the auto ID. You store data as a set of key value pairs inside the document. Type name, leave the type as string, and type Ottawa. You can also store different types of data such as number, timestamp, and reference. Add more key value pairs using the plus sign. Delete any key value pairs using the minus icon. Hit save. Hey, I just want to remind you to download the free PDF of essential Firestore CRUD queries that shows all the source code with a detailed explanation covered in this tutorial and beyond. Grab your copy now, and the link is in the description below. Now you see three columns. First column, collection name. Second column, the document ID. And the third column, a document with a couple of key value pairs. Create a new collection using the start collection button, or you can create a new document using the add document button in the second column. Finally, you can add more key value pairs using the add field button in the third column. The column also has the start collection button, which allows this document to have sub collections. That's pretty much it in the data tab. Next is the rules tab, where you will be writing custom security rules to protect your data. The third tab is indexes, allows you to create, manage, delete indexes for your collection. Indexes help improve query performance. You may wonder, is Firestore free to use? Firebase free quota is more than enough for testing or learning purposes without paying anything. It offers up to 50,000 document reads, 20,000 document writes, 20,000 document deletes per day for free, at least at the time of recording this lecture. For up-to-date quota information, visit Firestore official documentation. The only time you may run out of the free quota faster is when you have some sort of infinite loop going on in your Firebase query for a long period of time. You can also track all of the CRUD operations, create, read, update, delete, by going to the usage tab. In here, I would encourage you to keep an eye on the usage on regular basis to make sure you are within the range. If you want to go beyond this and build a complete real-world app with Firebase, including authentication, data structure, and best practices, I have a full course that covers everything step by step. I will leave the link in the description below. If this video helped, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one.